2. Welcome, folks, to Garage Sports Ohio. Hey, what up, everybody?
Hey!
Huge shout out. Thank you, all of you who have commented. We did get a couple comments. They weren't anything to respond to. There was no questions.
Yeah.
We do love seeing questions, but
Yes.
we appreciate any comment we get outside of it, regardless. So,
Yes.
Especially the Diggs goat one.
yeah, that was funny.
Agreed.
And I love the red out.
Especially all my buddies there at work at Heartside, please give us all the questions you can give us, please.
Bring them out. Bring them out. Hey,
Yo.
we'll do just fine coming up with things to talk about or tangents to run off on. But end of the day, we really want to hear from everybody, and we're game to answer. And if you enjoy our sense of idiocies, because let's be real, all three of us we got our own things,
Yeah.
and we got things that we're kind of idiots with. And
Yeah.
I mean,
If not, we always look it up.
yeah,
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
give you something to laugh at. I promise you that.
Even if it's a hard question, we'll try to answer.
Yeah. And
yeah.
if you want to ask us something stupid just to laugh at our dumbass responses, that's okay too.
Heck yeah.
We're fine. If you're laughing at us, you're laughing with us, because I promise we're laughing at ourselves too.
Oh yeah. I mean, the first one, Odell Beckham.
Oh yeah.
Well, we certainly found out he was not a Raven. Whoopsie.
Laugh at our own selves. So
Yeah, yes.
You know, like, I can't be right all the time.
Well, there's
Just about 97%, because
I
I'm
mean, look at
always right.
look at my record. I mean, I'm never right.
All right, so the record he's queuing on here, our preseason records, we finished the preseason, and Brandon won 20 games,
Yep.
and he lost 27. There was a tie in there. I'm not even going to mention the tie here,
Yeah.
but Pops went 23 and 24, and I went 24 and 23.
Congratulations, Chuck.
Congratulations, Chuck.
I was the MVP of the preseason at just barely over 50%.
Yeah. Yeah.
Those are failing grades, no matter how you chop them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And just like
Pretty good. Not bad.
just like the Jags, you won the preseason.
Yeah. Shit. On the bright side, after last night's game, with the Chiefs coming out with the dub, we are all 1-0 for the regular season.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Undefeated.
This is probably the only video we're going to make that we are all undefeated.
Yeah.
Or that any of us are undefeated. Let's be realistic.
Yeah.
We are undefeated in the 2024 football season right now.
Yes. I feel bad for Baltimore, but
Yeah.
yes.
Honestly,
Man,
the
that
thing is, there was so many mistakes in that game by Baltimore. Baltimore shot themselves in the foot over and over again.
Yeah, yeah.
The NFL cued heavier in on the illegal formation with the tackle lining up back, which is a product of the Chiefs from last year. Chiefs last year, that tackle, he cheated back every time. Now, mind you, I understand you're trying to get an advantage. You're going to be as far back as you can be to get that jump to protect your quarterback. 100%, I understand.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, they set a line where your helmet has to be at and matching the guard's belt.
Yeah.
So the fact that he was behind that, they got hit with a lot of penalties for it.
Yeah. I mean, 3 penalties all in a row just on that.
On the first drive.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, they overcame those. The fourth penalty they got just from that, they cost them points. The 5th time they did it was the last drive of the game. It was declined. Didn't matter.
It was all in the first quarter, though, too.
No, there was one in the 4th.
Oh, there was?
There was more,
because I went to bed at halftime, so I only seen the first and second quarter.
And there was a few plays I saw, like Mark Andrews in the middle of the field wide open.
Right.
And Lamar missed it.
Right.
Zay Flowers standing wide open in the end zone.
Yeah,
Lamar
on that tip.
Yeah, no.
Foot tip.
No. This was 2 plays before that.
Yeah. Oh, was
it? Zay Flowers standing in the middle of the end zone, wide open. There was nobody near him.
He threw
So He threw it to the left of
He
him.
was butt naked,
So,
wide open.
Yeah.
Huh?
So what I'm
Wow.
thinking is maybe it's a route that Zay Flowers is supposed to be in that location, but he saw an opening and he took it and he stopped.
Maybe he thought he was going to stop and just sit there
Mm-hmm.
in the open gap.
But Zay Flowers found a more open gap and sat there.
Mhm.
Now, mind you, I think it's just a slight miscommunication between the two players when you can't communicate. It's understandable. It happens. End of the day, sucks. They lost the game. Isaiah Likely, that was one hell of a grab, though. That non-catch to end the game was one hell of a grab.
Man.
Yeah,
Like he went up, he fought, he was in double coverage. He fought, he grabbed that ball, he came down, and the only thing, his toe.
Yeah.
If he had a size lower of a foot,
Maybe a half size. If he wore a 13 instead of a 13 and a half, it's a touchdown.
it's a touchdown.
Yeah.
Like that is, he had some great awareness of where he was on the field too.
Yeah.
Just to get as far as he did.
Yeah.
I was highly impressed because he was being pushed out of bounds at that point in time too.
Yeah.
Like it was a great defensive play.
Oh yeah.
To win the game for Kansas City there, but it was one hell of a play by Likely that he just couldn't finish.
I just couldn't believe the way KC's defense was so disciplined.
Yeah. KC's defense, honestly, it's one of the most underrated positions on that team because the offense is so good.
Right.
That
Absolutely.
the defense doesn't get a lot of credit. But I will say, I do believe there's some weaknesses.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I believe those weaknesses happen to be more in the secondary than anywhere else on the Chiefs.
Yeah.
So I think if you come out and you're able to run the deep ball, which is not a Baltimore thing, if you're able to run the deep ball, you might be able to get some things by them. But they're going to queue on that. They're going to run some cover 4. They're going to mix some things in to stop you from doing that.
Right.
But I feel like if Baltimore had a deep threat like that, they could have opened that game wide open. They could have made that a even closer game.
Yeah, I agree.
Like with Derrick Henry back there, Derrick Henry, he didn't do a lot.
Okay.
But he drew the defense away from Lamar. Lamar had 100 yards rushing. He had a big game.
Yeah.
Guess who had Derrick Henry in fantasy?
Me too, bud. Me too.
46 yards and a TD.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got me.
Hey, guess who's facing Lamar in fantasy?
Well, let's put it this way, guys. When you're a quarterback and you're back and you got like you got 4 or 5 wide receivers out there, and really 5, because if you're doing a spread offense, you got a lot of ground to cover as a quarterback before you got like 1001, 1002. Before that,
you don't got time.
1003, you got to throw that ball or you're going to get whacked.
Yeah.
Period. The end.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I know that for a fact to be a quarterback.
Well, I mean, they get the decision making has to be there, and I'll be honest, like when C.J. Stroud was going into the NFL before last season, I was doubtful.
Yeah,
I didn't think he'd be the guy because at Ohio State when he was playing, he showed some he wasn't making decisions very fast. He was hesitant on his decisions.
Right.
Mind you, it protected the football. There wasn't a lot of turnovers, but it definitely inhibited, like, guy's wide open in the middle of the field, but he's only going to be wide open for a split second. You got to fire that ball.
Right.
He wouldn't. He makes it to the NFL, and he started to.
Yeah, but see, when you're when you go into the draft, into the NFL, that's what the coaches are doing.
Yeah.
The coaches teach you that fundamental. They teach you, hey, you can't hold on that ball that long. Yeah, you got that wide receiver. You got to hit him when he's open, or or you got to be that field general and be back ready to pass that ball.
Yeah.
And
all of that being said, I mean,
all that being said, damn, he did a good job.
He did. Now, mind you, a lot of that is taught in college too. So I was surprised that it clicked the way it clicked when it clicked. Because normally you'd see that click in college. You know, you're going to fire it in there. If you throw a pick, you throw a pick. Absolutely. It is what it is. Like at a certain point, the interceptions, they do matter. But if you're not throwing them very often and you're firing the ball in there and get plays done, I mean, you're really going to be upset. Look at Patrick Mahomes. The guy he makes decisions and he fires the ball.
Well, I know, but
even if it's behind his back.
But he wasn't that good when he played for Georgia Tech either.
Texas Tech.
Or Texas Tech, I'm sorry.
In college, I feel like it's a lot more of trying to make a play.
Yeah.
scrambling around,
Yeah.
making people open.
And in the NFL, your receivers are going to be open at some point,
Right.
especially your good route running receivers.
Right, because they're pros.
Mm-hmm.
Like Justin Jefferson and Stephon Diggs.
Speaking of Justin Jefferson, and here's where we can span off. Let's talk about Jamar Chase and what he wants in a contract.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah. He wants a penny or a dollar more
Than Justin Jefferson?
He wants nothing less, neither.
He won't accept anything less than a penny more than Justin Jefferson, which is absolutely absurd.
It is.
I'm sorry, Jamar Chase is not Justin Jefferson.
He's not.
Jamar Chase isn't the best isn't the best player on that offense. Justin Jefferson's the best player on his.
Yeah.
It's not close.
He's fast. He's got good route running.
Now, mind you, Justin Jefferson has shown that he can perform without a very good quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
What's Jamar Chase shown as far as that's concerned?
Jeez, Joe Burrow.
He needs Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
He needs a quarterback to perform.
Oh, yeah.
Whereas Jay Jetta, he performs. He's going to perform, period. End of story.
Do you think he'll step foot on the field?
I think he will.
Yeah.
So
I don't know that he'll be able to play this week necessarily, but I think he'll play in week 2 for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Because of Joe Burrow. If Joe Burrow stays healthy, Jamar Chase is going to be good. But if Joe Burrow ain't there, Jamar Chase ain't nothing.
Yeah, but with Joe Burrow being there, if he steps on the field, he's going to have that. He's going to have more leverage because he performs when Burrow's out there.
Right.
Yeah.
So if Burrow's out, I don't know, but Burrow's in. So
I'm saying if they don't pay him, do you think he'll sit out though?
I think if he sits out, he'll have to go switch careers and go join OnlyFans with Le'Veon Bell.
Yeah. Because they got T. Higgins.
What?
Is that news to you?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Le'Veon Bell started in OnlyFans. Because after he sat out a season, he couldn't make it in the NFL no longer. We knew that part, right?
Well, yeah.
Oh, Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah.
But
okay.
I don't know if it's proper to talk about this.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Is it like...
We could talk about our OnlyFans. We only have 2 of them. They're box fans. They're blowing on us right now.
Is it explicit?
I don't know. I'm not going to join OnlyFans just to find out either.
I'm trying to... I think you would.
You think I would join OnlyFans just to find out if Le'Veon Bell is explicit?
I think so.
I'm not going to.
I ain't either.
I don't want to know.
It's not even worth it.
I don't want to know. He was a rapper, though. What happened to his rap career?
Yeah, he wasn't good.
No.
Antonio Brown was a rapper, too.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about Mr. CTE himself. I will say I do feel bad for Antonio Brown, though.
Man, and he was so good.
He was.
And he was at his peak.
And one hard hit to the wrong area.
Yeah.
And it wasn't punished properly.
Yeah.
It destroyed that man.
It destroyed everything.
Yep.
I do feel bad for him. I
do too.
I have a little less respect for him for the way he handled things in Tampa. But at the end of the day, he's got a problem.
Yeah.
There's something wrong there, and I hope he's getting the proper help for it.
Yeah, I hope he is too.
Did they know about the CTE at Buccaneers?
I don't know. I know.
Either.
I know that. CTE has become such a big thing. That's where they're wearing. I'm sure you've seen the extra protection in practices.
Guardian
caps. We've seen them in preseason games.
I think Jonathan Taylor was wearing it.
He might have been.
Yeah.
I also know that one of the other players for the Colts, I don't remember which guy it was, but he wore it during the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
I seen a TikTok of him, and he said he was explaining what it was and why he was wearing it.
Mm-hmm.
And he stated that the NFL has opened it up to where they can wear it upon choice during regular season games as well. And he said, I'm going to wear it, and I will be wearing it regardless, since I have the opportunity to, because why would I not want to take the extra step to keep myself safe?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I agree. because these head concussions are really, really serious.
Now, on the flip side of that, I also understand why some players wouldn't. So those Guardian caps, there's less breathability in your helmet.
Right.
So your breathing holes that are in the helmet, allowing your head to breathe, are going to be covered when you're wearing them. So I could definitely understand why some players won't,
Right.
or some players are more hesitant to wearing them.
Right.
Um, because when they have the proper paint job, proper color, they don't look bad.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when you see them in practice, they look hideous because they are not tailored to your helmet colors or anything like that.
Right.
I mean, the color is, but they're not tailored to your helmet.
Right.
Whereas on the field, they have the horseshoe and everything else for the Colts.
Right.
So they look decent. They don't look as bad.
Now, I hate to interrupt you on this, Chuck, but I also went to an Otsego practice,
Okay.
and they also wear those head protecting helmets.
The Guardian caps?
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
I'm glad that made its way down to high school football as well.
Yes. Yeah.
That's a huge deal.
That is a big deal.
Because we need to take care of our brains, especially for people. So when you're small town high school football team,
Right.
the odds of somebody from that school going pro are so slim.
Yes.
So they need to protect their brains at all.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Most definitely.
I mean, it just has to happen.
I mean, it's very important in practice,
Mm-hmm.
but in games, it's also. I can't foresee it.
What them force? I don't know that they'll force them to wear in games, but I know the NFL has left it open to the player's decision.
Yeah.
But they are forcing it in practice, in contact practices.
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Yes,
Most definitely, I agree with that 100%.
and that's
And I'm so glad on that.
Yeah, and previously it was forced for all linemen, offensive and defensive linemen, to wear them because no matter what the play is, offensive, defensive linemen, they're getting in contact.
Oh yeah.
Like the trenches is where all the contact is.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you get some big hits. You get to see some fun stuff outside of that. But if you really watch those offensive, defensive linemen,
They get into that hit.
they are hitting hard all day.
All day. Yeah.
Why don't they make it mandatory for all offensive linemen to wear knee braces? Because that helps.
They do.
They don't.
They don't.
Yeah, but some of them do. I do see that.
They're allowed to.
Most of them do, yeah.
But they are not told that they have to.
Now, at Michigan,
I do think that
at Michigan, their offensive linemen, Hardball made them wear the.
I'm sure he didn't make them.
The knee brace.
I'm sure he did not make them.
Well, they might have.
I know I was forced to wear them in high school during practices. I was not forced to wear them during games, but during practices, I did have to wear my knee braces, which was fantastic.
Yeah.
I hated them things. They're so uncomfortable. They do inhibit movement. But, and I think that's why they're not forced in the NFL or college, because they do inhibit movement and you want your guys to be able to move. And it's side to side movement. So mind you, if you're not a pulling guard, it's not going to inhibit you enough to matter. And even if you are a pulling guard, that little bit of an inhibition isn't that big of a deal.
Mm-hmm.
But at that level, it is.
I see what you're saying, Chuck.
Because a quarter of a second matters.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It does.
See, I never knew what it was like, but I always saw him wearing it, and
I'm sure now, because that was a while ago. I'm sure now they have them to where they're not as big and clunky, the knee braces. But I mean, I get why they still wouldn't make you wear them. I feel like it's like the knee pads.
Yeah.
How the knee pads are always above the knees on players. I think you pointed that out when
I did. Yeah.
We went to the one game. It inhibits movement, so I get it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think those knee pads really do a whole lot for protection because you're not getting hit at the knees. I'm a firm believer in thigh pads and wear your damn cup.
Yeah.
Well, the thing
I am a believer on
me,
that.
You catch one helmet to the kneecap,
you're
over with.
And that pad is not going to save it.
Nope, the pad ain't going to save it.
Because those pads are not thick enough to save it from a helmet.
That's fair.
Nope.
That is fair.
It's not.
It just.
I see where you're coming from. I think you're thinking in that old school mentality where why are we not wearing it because we were made to wear it?
Mm-hmm.
But in that same token, It's a new era. The football, it's not as slow and maniacal. It's now much more fast paced.
See, when I was coach for little pee wee football,
Yeah.
sixth, fifth,
Mhm.
and sixth grade football.
Yeah.
I always made my boys wear their cups.
Yes. Now, see, also Pee Wee football. I think those knee pads are important
They
because
do.
now in
We
Pee Wee
do.
football, a
Yep.
helmet hitting your knee might not break it.
Right.
They're not hitting as hard.
Right.
So that knee pad can play a big role.
Yeah, we did. We
Once
made
you
them
get
wear
up to
'em.
middle school, high school, or I would say high school, that's when things get a little more fishy in those regards.
Mhm.
But I feel like most high schoolers still wear the knee pads where they're supposed to be. I
They
feel like that
should,
doesn't go away
but
till college.
They should though.
But I never wore my cup.
I always told you to.
You know, hey,
Ever did I
You
wear my
I didn't wear my cup.
Stinker.
I didn't wear my cup
Stinker.
until I realized how badly I needed to wear my cup.
It was
So it sounded like you got helmeted in there.
Nope, it wasn't a helmet.
Foot,
Nope,
knee,
nope.
hand,
Oh, straight palm.
ouch. Well,
We were underneath a pile, and well, in the bottom of those piles, back then at least, it was dirty football.
oh yeah.
And you reach and you grab whatever you can grab, and you squeeze.
ouch.
Mm-hmm.
And I never went without a cup after that.
It was just so
I
uncomfortable.
got up and kept going. But
Yeah.
It just felt uncomfortable and clunky. Maybe
well, that's because you decided to wear the large when you should have been in an extra small.
I wasn't going to say it on camera.
I wanted to make that joke. I didn't want to be improper. Thank you.
You have to get the right one for you.
Dang, son.
Some people
Do they make
are.
extra small.
I'm sure they do.
Oh, man.
I am sure they do. Some people are showers, not growers.
Well,
And some people need to grow.
Wow.
And those ones need the extra smalls.
I don't think I didn't feel like going into
You
the
think they make-
children's section.
Hey, bro, do you think they make cups for kids for children your kids' age?
Bigger than mine?
Oh, good Lord. Wow.
His son's 7 months old, everybody.
Yeah.
Oh, almost 8.
My grandson.
All right. So that being said, let's just completely switch off this topic.
Let's get off of it. Yeah.
Let's go to WNBA.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the Fever again.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Pops loves watching the Fever play. He loves watching Caitlin Clark. So that's why we talk about it so much on this channel.
Amen.
Caitlin Clark hits another triple-double.
Yeah.
While her teammate Aaliyah Boston goes with a double-double.
I watched that game Thursday night.
Yep. Both players went.
Wednesday night.
Yep. Both
Excuse
players
me.
went for 24 points. We had 10 assists and 10 rebounds for Caitlin Clark, 14 rebounds and 4 assists for Aaliyah.
Wow. That's amazing.
And that's Aaliyah's 8th
Outstanding.
double-double this year.
Can I point out the 4 for 10 at 3-point though?
I think part of that is because Caitlin Clark shoots it from so far away.
Yeah. Yep.
That's poor
Hey,
decision making.
But here's the question.
Can anybody stop her from the distance of threes?
Apparently,
No.
4 for 10 though.
6 out of 10 times she missed them.
8 for 17 field goal.
What is considered a good 3-point percentage?
50%.
She's at 40 in that game.
40%.
It's not bad.
That's not bad.
I was just I'm not bashing her.
I know.
I'm just saying 4
So
for 10.
now if 50% is good,
She's known for threes though.
right? Well, what's I'd have to look into what a really good 3-point percentage is. I don't know basketball enough for any of this. But I'd feel pretty confident saying a 4 for 10 is just an off game.
Now, I hate to tell
Okay.
you, Brandon, Larry Bird, when he played for the Boston Celtics, there was sometimes he wasn't even 50%. There was sometimes he was 40.
I'd say probably less times.
Hey, yo. 3-point percentage for Larry Bird and his career was 37%.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. Caitlin Clark, 40%.
I wasn't bashing her.
No, I know. I know.
Let's go to
Well,
Steph Curry.
no. For
Let's
me,
go to Steph Curry.
we can. But for me, I just needed to see what good looks like because I don't really know.
Sometimes Burden in his bad times, he get 37, 40%. But if some nights he get 50.
That's fine.
Steph Curry's 43.
There you go. 43.
So I would say it's just an average game.
40%.
Yeah, she wasn't doing anything special in that game, but she also wasn't as bad as it can be.
Yeah,
because I definitely have seen a lot, and this is where I concede that I don't know a lot about basketball and those percentages.
Yeah.
Is I have seen Caitlin Clark go 3 for 12 in games, and that's only 25%. I mean, I have seen these games where it's been, and it just looks bad.
Yeah.
Right.
We're not calling
absolutely 100%.
by any means. We're not sitting here calling it bad, me and you.
Right.
But it just looks weird.
Yeah.
On paper.
On paper, seeing 4 for 10, you're missing more than you're making. Yeah. It doesn't look good, but when you break down the percentages, it is.
Yeah. It is. Yep. 100%.
And I don't think we've talked about this before.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody knows who the WNBA Rookie of the Year is.
Oh, yeah, we know.
Without a doubt.
I feel like it's unanimous at this point.
Yeah. I don't think anybody has any argument against it anymore. When it comes to the league MVP, I believe that she's going to be in the conversation. I don't know enough about the other players.
Oh, yeah.
But I know that she has to be in the conversation.
Oh, yes, most definitely. 100%.
I think the fact that she is a rookie, I feel like whatever committee makes these decisions is going to be a little harsher on her.
Yeah.
Because
her being a rookie.
And I feel like that could potentially leave her out of it.
Even the record would probably leave her out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
Depending on what her record is and if they make the playoffs and all that.
Right.
Right.
Could possibly hold her out of the league MVP.
Maybe.
I'm not saying no.
Yeah, I'm not saying yes, and I'm not saying no either, but that's why I put the maybe out there, Brandon.
If they have a regular...
They've won 5 straight. They went from 13-16 to 18-16. The Fever,
wow,
a winning record.
Yeah. Wow, and third in their division. Wow, way to go, ladies.
Okay.
Wow.
I don't know how many WNBA teams make playoff.
Me either.
But they're there. They're getting there.
I don't know.
5-game winning streak. Way to go, Fever.
I don't know how many teams there are.
Let's see.
Wow. That's outstanding.
12 top 8. The top 8 make it.
Okay, so they're in the running, right?
Yeah, they're in the running, probably.
Based off the record in the regular season, best of 3 series decided the first round of matchups, followed by a best of 5 format for the next 2 rounds. So, with the top 8, I didn't see anything dividing it by conference there.
Right.
So looking here, what I see is the Fever are 18-16. They're third in the Eastern. That's going to put them at 6. Should still be in.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. Well,
that's good. That's outstanding.
Going from the worst team in the league to 2 years straight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 years straight to being in the playoff. Even though there's only 4 teams left out. Being in the playoff, that's a huge jump.
Sometimes your record don't really matter. It's about when you come on strong.
Yeah. And they seem to
there at the end, yeah.
Yeah. If it's late in the season and they're coming on like this, it could be scary.
Yeah.
So,
absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you, Brandon. Absolutely.
And it looks like the season's up September 19th. Ooh, so we only got a month and a half left.
Yeah.
So they are picking up right where they need to.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm all in for it.
That's fantastic. I'm all for the Fever. Heck yeah. Let's go, girls. Heck yeah. All right, let's go, Fever. Finally, I get a favorite team in my hometown of Indiana. Woohoo!
That's my choice.
And you brought up the top prospect, Frazen Brandon.
Yes.
For the 2026 season, has committed to Tennessee.
Yes.
Oh, you had to bring that up, didn't you?
I'm only bringing Frazen Brandon up.
Yeah. Just the top prospect in the 2020.
The harassment that I gave you before the podcast,
Yeah.
it will stay there. That's okay.
Well, I know.
I'm not bringing up the harassment
That's fine.
unless you really want me to.
Yeah.
Oh, you can.
I mean, you're
bring
provoking
it.
me.
Bring it.
Nah.
No.
Nah.
No, we'll leave it there.
Yeah, we'll leave it
It's-
what it is, right, folks?
We'll play nice today.
Play nice to Pop Day.
Just for once. Don't get used to it.
Yeah. There's a million more of these soon to come. We'll get there.
Oh yeah.
Are you ready to get there?
Oh, here we go, boys.
Well,
Here we go, folks.
hey, I think it's time to. We should go over our
We should.
week 1 picks first.
Yeah.
So me and Brandon picked Michigan State to beat FAU, and they did. Pops took an L there. Me and Pops took TCU to beat Stanford, and they did. Brandon took an L.
Mm-hmm.
All three of us took Georgia to beat Clemson. That happened. All three of us took Iowa to beat Illinois State. That happened. All three of us took Penn State to beat West Virginia. Again, that happened. Me and Pops took the U, and Brandon took Florida.
How was I supposed to know Florida was going to get beat like that?
Brandon took Florida and the L. Brandon and Pops took Notre Dame, and I took Texas A&M and took the L. All three of us took LSU, and all three of us took that L.
Yeah.
Man,
Man, that
hey,
hurt.
hey,
USC.
after that game, I've never seen. Oh, man, what's his name? He's such a good coach. After that game though, he was pounding the desk. He was so mad because they couldn't get it done,
Yeah.
and that's
Right.
the coach I'm talking about. Always seems to come up short in big games too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about LSU's.
Yeah.
Let's find out who he is.
He was so frustrated.
Was that that coach from when they won when they had Joe Burrow?
Brian Kelly.
No, that was
Talking about Brian Kelly,
yeah.
old Notre Dame coach.
Yeah.
Yeah, the old Notre Dame coach.
I think who are you thinking of? It's not
I'm thinking of that tall guy. It was from he is from LSU, Louisiana.
was it Les Miles?
But either way,
Anyways.
Either way,
me and Brandon took Florida State to beat Boston College. And here's where we let Pops and we give him his flowers
Go ahead.
because he called Florida State going 0-2.
Go ahead. Say something.
Well done. Would you like to rub that in?
Would you like to rub it in?
man.
This is your moment.
We're giving you the floor. Is that all your laugh?
All I gotta say, it's all about the coach. He knows everything.
Who you coaching?
It's all about the coach.
Coach
Who you
me?
coaching?
It's all about the coach.
Boston College coach?
Mm.
Because there ain't no coach sitting at this table.
Yeah, there is.
Who you coaching?
Me.
You're coaching yourself?
Well, I'm coaching
That's
myself.
because that's the only person that'll listen to you. isn't
I'm
it?
only coaching. All I listen to is myself.
I
That's
will
it.
give it to Boston College. They played a very strong game.
And I will give it to Florida
very
State.
Fundamental.
And
They
that- yeah.
suck.
Very fundamental.
Yeah. No, I'd like to. I don't.
I've
Want,
lost all faith in Florida State at this point.
I don't want to blame DJ Ungalalele, but I think there's a reason why he's transferred to like 4 different teams
I think so. Now,
because nobody
Right.
wants him.
Right.
let's talk this upcoming weekend in college football.
This is tough. Do we have to do that one first?
No, we can save that one for last.
I would like to save that
Well,
one.
let's do it now.
No.
Nope, we're going to talk about
No.
Colorado and Nebraska.
This is a tough game.
The only reason that I would say this is a tough game, because I do believe that Nebraska is the more talented team.
And
Nebraska has a tendency to want close games. And why would you want a close game against Shador Sanders? Shador Sanders is a good quarterback. He
Third.
made a bonehead play last week against Colorado State when he decided to throw the ball deep when they had the game wrapped up, and it almost cost him.
Yeah, they almost got a pick out of
The
that.
the defense
Yeah.
the defense had to come out and make a stop because of a bonehead move instead of just going for the first down,
Right.
Mhm.
which I'm sure Dion wasn't very happy
I
about.
think
But
that was like
No.
3rd and 3 or something like that, 3rd and 4.
I'm not sure exactly what down and distance it was. I know it was a bonehead play.
Yeah.
That being said, I don't see him making that same kind of mistake
But-
because I'm sure Dion got into him, especially that being his kid. He probably ripped him a new one.
Well, nah, I don't
I
think,
think
you.
so.
I don't think you rip him a new one.
I think Dion's
I-
kicked
I-
people off the team for less.
I think. I think you as a dad and as a coach, he probably went and said, "Hey, that was a big mistake. Don't let it happen again." Because
Don't think that's the kind of person Dion is, though. And I'm just being honest.
well, as a parent and as a coach, you got to hold your aggression in.
And I think he does that. And I don't think I think he would have. I feel like Dion's the kind of guy that will yell.
Oh yeah,
Maybe not with maybe not with a ton of intensity, but he will yell. At him.
yeah, absolutely.
And I definitely
100%.
can 100% seeing him yell hard and really rip into him,
Right.
but then let it go.
Only to
Yeah.
only to force greatness out of you
Yeah.
Right.
I'm not
Because he
saying
expects
Dion's a
that.
monster,
because he expects
but
better. out of you.
100%. But I've seen, and I know that Dion's made his son not start a game because he was 2 minutes late to a meeting.
Yeah.
But let's say
Like Dion
this.
is a tough coach.
Let's say this.
Sometimes you have to be.
When
Not saying anything wrong with it.
when Brandon and you played, and I sat on the sidelines and I watched the game, and I was coach, and I quit coaching 6th grade
Mhm.
football to watch you guys play,
Mhm.
and it was this. And I seen some mistakes between you and Brandon, but I let it go because I knew you guys would find the mistakes you made.
Yeah. So here's where I'll chime in here. That's the difference between you're not a yeller when it comes to any kind of discipline.
Right.
You you are also a parent of a high school football player.
Right.
Dion is he's a coach and a father of a college player, and Dion has a lot more intensity and aggression than you've ever had.
But when I found the mistakes,
I mean, you let us know.
whether you guys believe it or not, when you guys made those mistakes, Brandon, I noticed when you did in your sophomore year, I you didn't know it, but I helped you work on that ethic
No.
of the mistakes you made.
Yeah, but the coaches still yelled at me.
Right. The
Yeah.
coaches did yell at you, yeah.
And that's a
But
coach's
I
job
didn't.
sometimes.
It is.
But it's not my job to yell at you. It was my job to help you to help you fix that mistake.
And like I said,
Yeah. And Pops, here's
as
the
a
difference.
parent.
Here's the difference. Dion's not just a parent.
He's also a coach.
He's got to do both.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance he yells at him in the moment. He yells at him in the locker room.
Right.
He fires him up. He
Yeah.
lays into him. And then at home at the dinner table, he talks about it to him like a father would. There's always
Right.
that chance.
But
So
then
you gotta
then that Monday when you get back on that practice field, then he can help him work on
Yeah.
that mistake.
Absolutely.
yeah, because
I feel like that's the QB coach's
What-
job, but yes.
Right. That's
100%.
what I did with you
Yes.
guys when you're on your off season. I
Mhm.
helped you to where you didn't make that mistake again.
Right. So, but I'm saying Dion ripping him a new one makes sense because he is the
Right.
coach.
Right. Absolutely.
He's got to be
He's got to
sometimes,
do it.
and he is a tough coach. He from everything I've seen, he's not an easy coach to play for.
well, yeah,
But I
Well,
feel
well,
like it's not a bad thing.
Right. That's where
And-
you got to be.
Mhm.
I mean, and I was coach, and I didn't like yelling at my team, but when I seen they missed a block here, missed a block there, I'd say, "Hey, bro, hey, you
You're-
missed this block."
Yeah, you're also dealing with elementary school kids in this instance. You
No.
shouldn't be yelling, right?
Right. But
Now
I
they're
talked to him,
yes, absolutely.
and I'd say, "Hey, dude, you missed that."
but these are college kids.
But I said, next time, get in there and get that
Yeah.
block.
These are full grown adults.
And
though.
these kids were pretty smart. They go,
Right.
"Okay, yeah, I can do that."
Yeah, but you see the difference though, right?
Right.
These are
Oh,
adults.
yeah.
Sometimes tough love
Mhm.
is necessary to make them a better player
and the thing
and a
is,
better
Right.
person.
and
Right.
the thing is,
Right.
when you make it to the dinner table,
Mhm.
you have to know the difference between
You're talking to your
practice
coach, and you're
field.
talking to your daddy.
your difference between you're at the table with your dad and you're on the practice field with your coach.
Yeah.
Right. And that's where I made a difference there. Yeah, I hope I did.
But yeah,
But when you were on the
Yeah.
sidelines, dude, I will say there was nothing more hilarious and sometimes embarrassing
oh yeah.
than you on the sidelines of a football game.
Well,
They
let me
they should
say
put it.
let
They
me
should
let
put
me
it.
let me let
They
me
should.
say
They
this.
should put a trophy of
folks.
my dad at the fence, him holding on
Yeah,
and him doing this.
because it was constant.
It was a bronze trophy. It was constant.
Statue.
May I say this, folks? And I'm going to say this loud and clear. And Chuck and Brandon, I want you to hear this too. I was just so proud of my kids
And we know that.
Oh,
being
yeah.
out there on that football field. And I hate to say it, boys, I loved you more with all my heart. You guys took the footsteps of me, and my heart just went out there in the football field with you
Yeah,
guys.
We love you.
Yeah, we love you. And no, I wasn't saying that to be a bad thing. I said it because it's funny.
I'm just saying this. It just made
Yeah.
me proud of you guys, and you put your heart and soul
Mhm.
out there on that football field, and that's what made me proud.
I left my
See,
finger
now
there,
you're
too.
getting me a little tear coming down my eye.
I think.
But I was very proud of you both.
Did you pick up your pinky off the practice field? No, it wasn't the practice field. It was a game. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
my finger's still attached.
And hey, I'm even
It
sorry.
wasn't for a moment, but
I'm even sorry, folks. But I also got.
Out of
I was also proud of them out on the practice field too. They gave them their 100% out there every game. Every
sometimes that
practice.
hurt.
we both played all 4 years of high school.
I only played 3. I played golf my freshman year.
Anyways, that's not
Right,
important.
right.
But out of the both of us, yours was the most gruesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never had that happen. I've never broken anybody's finger.
You know what the worst part is? Yeah, thanks, bud. You broke my fingers before.
I didn't
but
break it. It was Jordan.
no,
He
you
pulled it.
broke my thumb.
No, he pulled it out of socket.
No, he
That's what
reset
broke
it
it.
because you jammed it too.
Well, I hate to tell you, boys. I thought Matt and Jordan broke my ribs at one time when they collided right into me.
Yeah, I threw that ball.
And yeah, he threw that
Yeah.
ball perfect.
I threw it.
I
no,
jumped
I
up
threw it
and
high.
grabbed it, and
No, that was,
one here.
that was my fault.
And I thought my ribs were broke.
Brandon has a tendency to throw people into bad situations.
No, I will never claim to be a QB.
But
I
I was
threw it- I
wide
threw it too
open
high.
though.
He made me drop a football.
I was wide open though.
He used a tree.
Oh, Lord had
Dude, I
mercy.
was dead sprint. Full sprint.
Wow.
Seen the ball hits my hands.
But you met the tree.
I got up. I don't remember hitting the tree.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I sprinted into a tree.
Holy mackerel. Wow, that would hurt.
I
That-
still
that-
till this day.
You
that
led
was-
him right to the
No,
tree,
It
Brett?
was an accident.
He threw the ball at the tree. There's no other way to do this.
Man, you can't
I
throw a
didn't do that
football.
on purpose.
You can't throw a football.
No, I never claimed to be a quarterback.
I swear I met Ray Lewis that day.
Oh, you met Tree Lewis. The freaking Tree Lewis.
All right. But back to Nebraska, Colorado here.
Okay.
All right.
Is this the same Nebraska though? They got Dylan Raiola.
You know, honestly,
Man, and Nebraska's at home. I'm gonna have to take the Cornhuskers.
I'm going to join you.
Hmm.
I'm still so far away from being sold on Colorado. It's unreal.
And this is a bigger test than they had last week.
Yeah.
Way
Yeah.
bigger.
Way
Yeah.
bigger. Yeah.
And honestly, I know Nebraska, if they lose, they're going to lose by 3.
Oh yeah.
So,
That's what they're known for.
yeah. That being said, I think Nebraska actually finds a way to pull out a win for once,
Yep.
which doesn't happen very often. But I think Nebraska is going to win this one by I'm going to go with one score.
One score. Yep.
I think they're going to keep it
Me
close
too.
because Nebraska always loves to keep
Yep.
games close for some reason.
Mhm,
I
mhm.
can't see him winning
Mhm.
more than 3 or 7.
Yeah.
3 or 7.
Three
Yeah.
or
How
seven.
I'm going
about-
to go 4.
4.
They're going to win
Yeah.
by 4.
How do they get
Yeah.
4?
Same way they always lose by 3. Only this time they're going to score the touchdown.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to disagree. I'm gonna go with Colorado.
You hopping on the bandwagon over here.
No,
Wow.
not the bandwagon.
Bagwagoner.
I can't see him winning a crap ton of games.
Yeah, you're talking about Nebraska.
I was. I'm saying, are they the same team? And I kind of feel like they are.
That is a very fair
Wow.
statement.
That is very fair.
All they have, they got a great quarterback.
Which we thought they
wasn't-
had previously was a
who-
good
right.
quarterback, but he wasn't.
Who wasn't even supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Who committed to Ohio State,
Right.
then flipped.
I get it because he was never going to play.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go with Colorado.
Okay,
All right.
that's fair.
That's fair.
Now let's switch tunes completely and let's talk about the Kansas Jayhawks.
Man,
And they're facing Illinois. Kansas is number 19 in the nation now.
see,
Oh, that's a tough game.
And this game is in Champaign, Illinois.
do they
Yep.
still have Jaden Daniels, or is he in?
He's a commander, bud. Isn't he?
He's a commander.
I mean, I could double check that. Yes, Jaden Daniels is a commander.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And he went
Yeah.
to Arizona State and LSU. He didn't.
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's the same person I was thinking of.
He said Jaden Daniels, right?
I did. That's my fault. But I'm gonna go Kansas.
I'm going to meet you at Kansas.
Who's the Daniels I'm thinking of?
No idea, bud. Who's Pop's got? What are you thinking? Kansas, Illinois. Talk us through your thought process.
Man, I don't know.
Talk us through your process. Let's hear it.
Let's see. Illinois got a new coach. They got a new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator. Their defense is pretty solid. Their offense is iffy. Yeah, I'm going with Kansas Jayhawk. Kansas.
Kansas is no longer a basketball school. All right, I lie. They're still a basketball school.
I got to go with Kansas.
All right, and then we got Baylor versus Utah. Utah's number 11, and I'm taking the chalk. Give me the Utes, baby.
Oh,
Dude, I watched some of that Utah game,
Utes.
and their defense looked so good. It just looked like they were out there having fun.
it has been. And they're
Good.
Utes.
Give me
Yeah,
Utes all day.
Definitely Utes. And it's
Give me Utah.
it's
I'm taking
Jalen.
Utah.
It's Jalen Daniels. I was thinking of.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
It's very close.
Hey, Pops, you see why names matter?
Yeah. Okay.
Not Jaden, Jalen.
I'm taking Utah.
All right, we all took Utah, and now we got Iowa.
And
Number 21 Iowa facing
Iowa.
the Iowa State Cyclones.
Now you got to remember, guys.
This is for the Cyhawk trophy,
This is a rivalry right here.
and that's an different Iowa team. Give me Iowa.
Their
Yeah.
offense actually looked,
Pretty
semi
decent.
Do you know who
similar
the
to par.
quarterback is?
Yeah.
Who?
Cade McNamara.
Oh, okay.
You should know who that is.
I know who that is.
McNamara?
Cade McNamara.
Yeah, I know who that is.
You should.
Yeah.
Transfer from Michigan.
Yep.
Yeah.
That being said, I do think their offense looked revitalized.
Mm-hmm.
It didn't look, now mind you, I think it looked par. But when you're
It's
talking,
but
it was
yeah.
the worst thing ever last year.
It looked like they were lost last
Yeah.
year.
Looking decent, looking okay. is a
Right.
huge step forward.
It was
Right.
now it's
Yeah.
they score points now.
Yeah.
All right.
And I'm taking Iowa all day.
I'll take the Hawkeyes.
Give me Hawkeyes.
All right. That's logged. And now we're going to Cal at Auburn.
Okay.
And I will state 100% out of all the SEC schools,
Oh yeah.
I have this thing where I do like Auburn.
You do?
Auburn is never going to be that team that is going to come out and smack you. But Auburn will be that team that comes out and just works the body blows and hits you with them big upsets. And I love to watch it. It's so much fun. Every time I see them win, I get excited because every time I see them win, it's against somebody they shouldn't be beating.
Mhm.
Right. Absolutely.
And they lose to teams like Cal.
Oh,
Yeah.
what are you trying to say?
Oh, I'm taking Auburn.
Oh, okay. Me too.
I'll take Alabama also. Or Auburn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Auburn.
Same state, different team.
Auburn. Sorry.
I'm like, wait, you're taking Alabama.
I mean Auburn.
Yeah, same
I'm
state,
sorry.
different team.
And now for the big one, y'all.
Mm.
We got number 3 Texas at number 10 Michigan.
So let me point, and I'm not jabbing you. I'm not talking about your team shitty, like, okay. But I feel like you guys have been a running team for how many years now? And you only run Donovan Edwards like what, 13 times for what was it, 27 yards?
Yeah.
Run the ball more, guy. You're
Run the ball more.
talking about you. I'm not
I'm like a Bo Schembechler. I believe you run the ball, you could be able to pass it.
I'm not
That's
talking
my theory.
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking to the Wolverines. Run the ball more. It's your identity. Stick with it.
Absolutely.
Great running back. Run him.
100%.
Yeah, they ran him 11 times for 27 yards. They ran Mullings 15 for 92. Orgy ran the ball 5 for 32, Morgan 1 for 9, and Davis Warren, the quarterback, for negative.
Wow. Ojabo ran.
Orgy.
Ran for
That's your mobile quarterback.
for 3 yards.
I feel like
32.
32.
He
Okay.
threw. Well, he was 1 for 2 for 3 yards passing. And if these stats that I'm about to
Need
read
to
off,
work on that pass, buddy.
they're Davis Warren, your starting quarterback, 15 of 25 for 118, and a touch and a pick. So if I'm being real, you guys have to realize that Michigan is a one-dimensional team, especially this year as far as right now. That can change throughout the season, absolutely.
I think what they're trying to do is they're trying to find their quarterback.
Yeah, and I think they did. I think they had their mind made up because when you only put Orgy out there to throw the ball twice, I think you got your mind made up.
Yeah.
well, I like Orgy.
I do too. I think
don't-
he's one hell of an athlete,
Yeah.
but he's not.
I don't know.
He's not.
He's not
a
ready
traditional
yet.
quarterback.
He's not
No,
ready
he's
yet.
He's not. And I don't think Davis Warren is either,
No.
per se. I think he can get there throughout the season. I don't think this Michigan offense is ready for the test that's standing in front of them.
Yeah.
They're not
They're not.
yet ready.
And that can absolutely change by mid to late season. But I think early season here against Texas, I think they're up against a beast that they're just not ready for.
In all honesty, it'll make you better because we lost to Purdue. What was it, 2015?
I mean, shit, dude. If we break it down and we go back in all the years, Ohio State has a tendency to lose one game, usually early, and win from there. So the fact that I do think Michigan's going to lose this game. I think they're going to lose by more than one score.
Yeah.
I don't like saying that.
I don't either.
I am a Big Ten fan first and foremost.
Especially SEC.
Yeah.
Oh, nobody wants to see that.
Right. I am a Big Ten fan first and foremost, but I think Texas is a much better team. I think, Arch Manning got to play last week.
They
Like,
worshipped him when he came on the field.
well, he went out there and he threw the ball twice and scored a touchdown.
I know. I'm not
Like,
saying. I'm not saying that's bad.
and he's a Manning.
I know, but
He's a third generation quarterback.
wait. What about all? We just went over the list of all the people that had sons playing.
Yeah, that's because his dad's was never an NFL player.
Kurt Warner has a son.
Yeah. Arch Manning's dad was not an NFL player.
No, he wasn't.
He's Eli nephew. He's Peyton's nephew.
No, I know.
Yeah.
Archie Manning's uncle.
Archie Manning is his grandpa.
Grandpa. Okay.
I know that.
Yeah, I know.
He was named after.
Honestly, I'd like to. How is he going to make a team if you don't play?
Right. Well, because he's a Manning. Somebody's going to hire him based off his name.
Yes.
Just being realistic.
Well, I'm
How's he gonna make it to the combine?
I'm going to make it realistic.
He's a
here,
Manning.
everybody, guys. I think Michigan finds their mistakes. I think Michigan is gonna look everything over and see what they can do. Because that's the
As
way
you should.
that's the way Michigan is, and
It's the way college football is.
I think they're
Yeah.
going to pull it out by a touchdown.
You think they can pull this off against
I
Texas?
think Michigan can beat Texas by
Okay.
a touchdown.
Now this is where I have questions. My main question is, we saw Texas play. Texas played very sound, good football from the beginning of the game to the end of the game. Right?
Okay.
Nobody can argue that.
No.
Texas looked like the best team in the nation last week, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That being said, Michigan against Fresno State, it was a slow roller, just like Ohio State was a slow roller. They got going late. And I believe that has a lot to do with the talent of the depth chart.
That's the way Michigan was last year. They were slow at first, and then all of a sudden they just ripped it in the third and fourth.
Michigan was never slow last year.
No.
Michigan was never slow last year.
They ate people up with that run all year long. Nobody could stop.
They don't have a Corum anymore. But they got Donovan Edwards. They give Donovan Edwards the ball.
They don't run them enough.
They need this game. They need to start doing it, and I think they will.
I'd be giving that man 30 carries a game,
maybe 40.
I will piggyback.
That's how you get him hurt. I'd say 25 to 30.
You know how
Zeke is a good number.
You know how Zeke needed 30 carries?
He needed 21.
21. Okay.
21 was the magic number. If he had 21, he had 100 yards.
Yeah. I'd be giving it.
But I think
I
think they'll do it. I think they'll do it.
That being said, where my big question here is your defense. My question isn't the offense, because I do believe that your running game can get going and be sustained.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe in that. Okay. My question is the defense. Can the defense hold up enough to Texas? They gave up 10 points to Fresno State, and they weren't those 10 points weren't super hard fought. Now, mind you, the rest of the game, they did play sound football, but they were facing Fresno State, not Texas. Texas is a giant.
I think the defense is going to be fundamental. They have a whole week to practice.
That's the thing. I don't think fundamental is enough. It's because Texas. And this is where we can have this debate. And by the way, calling Michigan, that's perfectly fine. Right?
Right.
Thinking Michigan's going to win. I'm just trying to get in your head and see where you're getting that from, because I believe that Texas's offense.
You got to remember too. Good. You got to remember too. Will Johnson got those 2 picks up from Fresno State also.
Yeah, he picked off Fresno State.
Anybody can beat Colorado State.
Okay. And anybody can beat Fresno State, only they didn't do it 30-10. They did it 52-0. There's where the big difference is. I'm not disagreeing with your statement, but I just want to point out this other stuff. Like, if you look at Texas's stuff, Quinn Ewers threw a pick. He also threw 74%. They're a passing team. They're not your running team. So, can Michigan's secondary keep up with that? That's where the real question is.
I think they can. With Will Johnson.
That's one guy.
But they also have a free safety and a safety. It's real good.
What are their names?
I don't. They're freshmen, but they're fast. That's
See,
what I know.
well, that's the kicker. They're freshmen. You got a quarterback out there like Quinn Ewers, right? Somebody who is he's a veteran to college football. He's gonna be able to pick apart freshmen.
The-
And this is,
I feel like the only
to be
way
clear, this is all part of the debate. I'm
you,
not.
you have two great D tackles. One of them being Mason Graham.
Yeah, Mason Graham.
If you can get in there and disrupt the pass, maybe you got a chance. But Will Johnson can't do it alone. Mason Graham can't do it alone. You need someone to step up.
Yeah.
Do you think someone will step up?
Yep.
Okay.
And now here's where I'm gonna argue a little more your point, and I'm changing off of exactly how you're stating that. Okay, so you're saying that your defense can keep up with Texas' offense. I'm going to disagree with that. But what I will say is Texas's defense has one weak point. That was kind of shown, but not fully. You know what that weak point was?
I didn't watch that game. No.
Run the ball.
That's what your guys' numbers should look like.
So Justin Marshall for Colorado State ran the ball 25 times for 106 yards. He did not see the end zone, but 26 times for 106 yards. They did have a century mark runner. That's pretty much the only person that could run the ball against Texas last week, mind you. But passing the ball was not an option for Colorado State. It was absolutely not an option. Their numbers look like Michigan's passing numbers last week. Colorado State's do, only maybe a little worse. Not by a lot.
I agree. Run the ball.
Michigan's going to have to run the ball, and if Texas's offense gets out there and is able to get a nice, fiery, let's get off the ball and score a touchdown early, Michigan's in trouble because running the ball is not as much of an option when you're losing. So if
Absolutely.
Michigan falls behind, I think the game's over.
Yep.
But if Michigan can come out and get a lead, I think they stand a chance.
And that's Michigan. It was Michigan's identity.
Was come out,
Control the game,
Run the ball. Yep.
Pound your mouth,
and win the game.
We dictate the clock.
Stick it into your mouth and just say, "Yep, we did it."
And I don't know what happened along there. Where
I think they're going to start back running the ball again.
Okay,
I think that's what they're going to do.
And if they do, and
I think that's their game plan is to run Donovan Edwards.
Okay, well, if they
or
do,
to
fine.
do jet sweeps.
Good.
If they do that and they can maintain a run game and get off to an early lead, I think Michigan does stand a chance in this game.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But my personal opinion, what I could see happening is Michigan coming out. I see the first drive starting hot, stalling out, maybe get a field goal. I see Texas getting the ball, getting down the field, scoring a touchdown on their first drive. Michigan getting the ball, maybe scoring a touchdown on their second drive. Texas scoring on their second. Michigan finally getting stopped on their third. And Texas maybe settling for a field goal. After 3 drives apiece, I see the game sitting at 17-10. That's me personally. And that could absolutely be wrong. But then I see Michigan falling off a little bit because you got to get the pass involved at that point to try to keep up. Where I don't see Michigan selling out and just running the ball when they're behind.
See,
mind you, we haven't seen Michigan behind in a year and a half.
See, that's where I'm different.
Yeah.
If I see the running games going, I'm sticking with it.
And that's fair, but you're also not the coach of Michigan, right? That being said,
I wished I was.
That's fair.
Because I tell you what, I would run Donovan Edwards.
Yeah. But
that's my go-to man. That's my go-to man.
Yeah.
I'm sure a lot of us would.
But at the end of the day, that's not the case. I could definitely see Michigan's going to have to pull out all the stops. They're going to have to do everything in this game in order to beat Texas.
Yep.
And I just don't see it being enough that they're going to pull out. That's all.
Give me Texas.
This is what I'm saying. And this ain't no kidding. I can see a lot of blitzes going on.
Oh, there should be.
There should be. That you should be trying to disrupt him, Quinn Ewers.
And I'm taking Michigan.
Yeah. Absolutely. But
Yeah.
I just wanted to get through why I think the way I think. And I kind of wanted to get a little more insight as to where you're thinking.
Right.
Because I want to make sure that not make sure that I want to see what you're thinking that makes you think that Michigan's going to be able to
I think
win
they're
this
going to
game.
get the running game going.
And I think early, I do believe that Michigan's going to contend in this game.
Mhm.
I don't think they're going to be counted out at any given
I
point.
think that's going to be their game plan is running that ball.
Yes. Now,
Because I think
one or two stops though,
Mhm.
if your defense is not able to fully keep up with Texas's offense, I think that's when you got to start. If Michigan gets stopped once or twice, and Texas is getting down there and at least getting field goals every drive, well, most drives and getting touchdowns with it. And if Texas gets up by a touchdown late in the second quarter, right? I think Michigan's got to try to air the ball out, and I think that's a mistake. I think that's where Michigan makes their mistakes. Then you go into the second half. If Michigan gets the ball first, maybe they try to come back out with the run. Maybe they score. Maybe they tie it up. Texas then gets the ball. They've seen what Michigan's bringing to the table. Quinn Ewers cues on all that, makes big moves, scores big touchdown quick. Michigan gets the ball back, stalls out a little bit. Texas gets the ball back, and now they're in control. So now you're at this. If they get down and kick a field goal, they're up by 10. Michigan can no longer really run the ball. Fourth quarter, down by 2 scores, you're throwing the ball. That's college. That's college football.
this is what I think, and I'm thinking as a coach.
Yeah.
Not only do you have maybe Donovan Edwards running the ball, but you got a running quarterback in Ojabi.
But they don't use him enough.
Orgy.
They don't. He ran the ball 5 times last week.
But who says they won't get him in to run it more?
Nobody says that. But here's the problem with Orgy running the ball. Okay. Simply put, you see Orgy on the field, what's happening?
They know it's going to be a
You're running the ball.
run.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's the problem with running a 2 quarterback set. Because
You see Orgy on the field, he's running.
That is true.
And when he did throw it last week,
problem.
he threw it for 3 yards.
Yep.
It's basically a run.
Yeah.
I hate that because it's a great idea, but I wish it would. I wish it could work.
Yeah. So
but it won't.
Won't.
Right. All things considered here, when you break it all down, that I'm looking at it as a viewer and as a consumer of the game.
Yes.
And these are but that's where my arguments are coming from.
Right.
Is I could definitely see a lot of these other things happening here.
Yep.
Whereas, yes, absolutely, if Michigan could come out and get an early lead or find a way to at least keep it tied all game, then yes, 100% they can stay in the game fully. I think that if Texas can come out and find a way to get a lead, I think you're going to render Michigan a little more helpless because their pass game is not there.
Mm-hmm.
I think it all depends on the defense.
And
let's go, boys.
It all depends on the defense, and it all depends on the start of the game.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Nobody
Let's
said,
go blue.
If they win, good.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's a dub for the Big Ten.
That's a dub for us.
I'm all for it. I'll be sitting there screaming "Go Blue" at the TV that whole game. I'm not even fronting a little bit. I'm a Big Ten fan first.
Coming tomorrow at noon, I'm watching that game.
Yeah, I'm a Big Ten fan before anything.
Are you going to come here and watch it? Because I'll be watching. I watch all the college football games.
We could put 8 games on the TVs here.
Mm-hmm. We could put that one up there and 4 more up here.
I can ask Mom.
Okay.
All right. That being
said,
said,
need to ask Mom. I'm a big boy.
I wasn't gonna. You said that. I wasn't gonna say nothing. I just said okay.
All right. Let's look at our picks from.
Just have to postpone the little thing for a while. The little date.
Oh, okay.
No, you go on your date, dude.
Yeah.
You treat your wife right. She's a wonderful woman.
Oh. Yep, she is.
You're not
absolutely
wrong.
100%, Chuck.
Yeah. Okay, now let's look at our picks that we made last week. So, Packers Eagles. We film on Friday, so this game is being played today.
Yeah.
Brandon and Pops took the Packers. I took the Eagles. I'm good with that pick. I
You
figure
sure
this
you don't
is
want to change it?
absolutely
You sure?
100%. You guys sure you don't want to change yours?
No, I believe.
No,
you-
I believe in
I believe in love.
Jordan.
love and the Packers.
Okay. I figure we just go over these games real quick, see if we want to change anything because we did do this a week early.
Premature.
Give us that extra, give us this to update our picks.
You think I'm going to change my mind on the Brownies?
No,
Hell no.
no, I don't.
Hell no.
Well, maybe you should.
Probably should.
No. I don't think so. Because I think we're dead even.
Pack.
And I agree. I fully agree. But I just want to go through this for other games too. There's 15
But
more
I think
games.
at the end, the Browns are going to win
And that's
by
fine.
a field goal.
That's fine. There's 15 more games that we're going
You're
at.
going to feel. I'm going to feel bad for you.
I am going to talk so much shit
I am going to
next
talk.
week
I am too.
on the podcast.
I ain't going to say that, but I'm going to say, yep.
No, your shit talking is going to be you in tears when your team loses to mine.
It's going to be the other way around, son.
I won't be in tears.
Oh, yeah, you will.
No, hey,
I lost to the Browns.
bro. Hey, bro. I'm a Cowboys fan. We lose in the playoffs every year. At least we make it there. Anyway.
Wait, didn't we make the playoffs 2 years in a row? Or 2 years
2
last
years
year?
in a row.
2 years last year?
Oh,
Or
2 years ago?
Yeah.
We made it last year.
I thought you guys made it last year.
I think you did too.
Oh,
You
did.
lo-
we
you-
did.
you
With
guys-
Joe Flacco as a
Joe
quarterback.
Flacco.
You guys
Well,
lost.
you don't have Joe Flacco no more. You don't have Flacco no more.
Well.
You guys lost to
Oh,
the
yeah,
Texans.
he's the Indianapolis Colts.
And you lost to a rookie quarterback. Oh, shit. We lost to Jordan Love. If you can't talk shit about your own team, what can you talk shit about?
Wow.
I haven't said a word. I just corrected on my.
folks.
Hey, all I did was say that they lost to the Texans. Don't bring me into this.
Wow.
All right.
I'm just being
And
quiet.
by the way, I'm more talking the other 15 games. I know you're not going to change your opinion on the Browns Cowboys game.
Oh,
That is
no,
perfectly fine.
heck
We've
no.
we've been over the Browns Cowboys game for the last 2 weeks.
Folks, I hate to tell you, Ohio State Michigan game, these guys are horrible. But let's say this.
What?
When a rivalry comes around, it's go time.
I'm honest.
Hold on. You say we're horrible?
Yeah.
We were just backing you.
When were we horrible?
We picked the Texans.
Joking.
We picked Texas
Hey,
only by logic.
Don't lie to
I
them.
know.
Don't lie to them.
I'm not.
We're not horrible.
We're
during
not
that
I'm
game.
kidding.
We're not bad people.
I'm just kidding.
We're not your brothers.
Yeah, they would pick.
You want to talk about
Son.
horrible fans with the Ohio State Michigan game?
They would
Yeah.
pick Michigan. They would just pick Michigan because they're Michigan.
I'm just joking, guys. Take it easy.
All right. So we all
Take it
took the
easy.
Saints over the Panthers. We all good with that?
Yep.
Ooh,
I am.
yeah, I'm good with it.
All right. We all took the Vikings over the Giants.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm good with that too.
Brandon picked the Titans.
Wait, who are they playing?
The Bears.
Man, I don't know. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna leave it.
All right. I was debating that one too.
That's hard because
Caleb Williams.
in preseason he was pretty good.
He was, but
I
it's
don't know.
tough.
It's different.
Texans over the Colts. All of us.
That's not debatable.
No. All right, Pops. You said fuck the Bengals. Do you want to change your pick to the
Yeah.
Pats?
Yeah,
You got the Bengals beating the Patriots.
Mister, I love the Bengals.
I'm keeping the Bengals over the
okay.
Patriots.
Oh, after he
right.
just got done saying.
Like, man, I picked the Bengals too much.
No, because I don't like the Patriots, and I know they ain't gonna win. They don't have a quarterback.
Well,
They
hey,
got Drake May.
no, they're starting Jacoby Brissett.
I know, but he said they don't have a quarterback, and they do.
They got
Jacoby
two of 'em.
Brissett.
He's just not playing him right
and he
now.
ain't that good of a player.
All right,
Drake May is.
he's a rookie. He's
He's a
unproven
rookie.
talent.
He's going to be on the bench.
He was great in preseason.
Don't make me agree with
Junk.
Pops. It's not a good look for me.
I'm telling you.
I'm going for the
I'm
Bengals.
predicting it now. Drake May is going to win MVP.
All right, so you want to change your pick to the
Yeah,
Pats?
you want to change
He's
it?
not playing.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know.
You wanna
Hey, he'll
change it?
probably come in the second half.
Don't- you
He'll
gonna
probably
change
take the
it?
job from
I
Jacoby Brissett.
just told you that Drake May is not playing.
Yeah,
You didn't hear me, did you? You're too busy being too loud.
and this is why Brandon's quiet. It has nothing to do
But
with me being loud.
You said you said you,
I'm talking about Drake May, and he's not playing. Why would I change it when I know
Hey,
Jacoby Brissett's playing?
okay.
He was messing with you.
Oh, was he? He was trying to start a little argument.
Absolutely. And you let it work.
Oh, I let it work.
You should never let it work.
You make it work.
I know. It's so much fun.
Oh, I know.
All right. So me and Brandon have the Cardinals. You have the Bills. Any changes here?
I mean, the Cardinals.
Oh, we got our first flopper.
Yeah. I changed my mind. I'm on with the
Mm,
Cardinals.
He doesn't want to be different like me.
I'm sticking with the Cardinals. Brandon, you sticking with the Cardinals?
Yeah.
Do you have any faith in your team now? We got the Dolphins, Jaguars. Oh, and Tyreek Hill said he was only questionable because he was messing with you. He said he was questionable, messing with his fantasy owners. Guy's a clown.
You joking mother. You know what? There's a special place in hell for you. I had hopes. Down on the pad that it said all out, which means their receivers are out. I wrote down all out, and I'm like,
And you still took the Dolphins.
What did you put? You put
yeah, because we're still the
Hill and-
Jags.
You sticking with the Dolphins?
Yeah, hell yes, I am.
All right. Let's look at the Steelers and the Falcons. I took the Steelers. You guys took the Falcons.
I just read that Russell Wilson's injured.
Shit.
Yeah, and they're starting Justin Fields.
You know what? Fact check me, because I don't know.
I think you're right.
I call my bluff, but I think I saw something.
He hopes to face. I don't like that.
Being listed as questionable.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm going to be the second flopper.
Well. Beat the crowd there, Chuckles.
I get it from you.
Hey,
Oh, you get it from me.
Yeah, my flopping this.
mm-mm. Don't do it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
No comment, folks. I'll keep that to myself.
There you go.
Because if I do, something's going to happen.
Don't.
All right, we all took the Seahawks over the Broncos. We're all good with it.
I'm good with it. There's not
I'm
a
good
doubt
with
in my mind the Broncos are going to lose that game.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my guns on that one.
I'm going to come back to the Broncos because it'll lead into, Chuck's fun fact.
Oh, God.
We all took the Chargers over the Raiders because the Raiders suck. Everybody agree Las Vegas is not a good place to play football, apparently.
Everybody say aye.
Aye. All right. I'm not even going to bring up the Cowboys-Browns game unless Brandon wants to change from the Cowboys to the Browns.
Nope.
All right. So, Pops, you want to come over to the dark side? We have cookies.
Got milk with that?
Hell yeah, we do.
Oh.
After all that arguing, you're really thinking about it?
Wow. Weird. I don't.
Don't.
No, don't. It's going to be one hell of a football game, no matter how you chalk that up.
I gotta stick with Browns.
No milk or cookies from me for you. All right.
I can't really sit here and say to stick with your team.
I got it. I love Chubbs. Man,
he's not playing.
Man, and I love. I don't care if he ain't playing or not. I still love Chubbs.
He's on my bench.
We know you still love Chubbs.
And
he's on my bench.
And I love.
He's on my bench too.
And I love. I love my defensive end.
I named a team Love Chubb.
I love my defensive end.
Yeah, because your quarterback is loving Chubb.
Not my starting quarterback. Neither of them are starting.
Love isn't?
No.
I love Myles Garrett.
Oh, okay.
I love Des Ward.
Yeah. Hey, by all means.
I got to stick with my team, dude.
That's fair.
The Browns.
And it's like I said, I think the game's going to be one hell of a football game anyway. All jokes aside.
You can call me what you want.
No. Hey,
you can call me what you want.
There's nothing to call you here.
But my team's good.
Pops, hear me out. All jokes aside, the game's going to be one hell of a football game. I think you got a great matchup between these two teams, and I think it's going to come down to the wire. I think it's going to be a one hell of a football game. It's going to be fun to watch.
I can't wait to see Davion Bush play.
What are you sorry to say? Why are you sorry to say?
I can't wait to watch Davion Bush play for the Browns.
And sorry for
that's
what?
That's going to be really good.
Hey, Brandon.
Back in Ohio.
Brandon.
His hometown.
Yeah. Brandon. Hey, me.
Yeah.
Me.
Yeah.
What are you sorry for?
And we're going to spank you.
All right, there's the delusion. I just said nothing but nice things, and you come back with delusion. Commanders, Buccaneers. We all took the Commanders.
You know what? Give me Buccaneers.
Yeah, I'm changing too.
Yeah, I'm changing too.
Bake Mayfield.
Oh, I got to go to Bake Mayfield.
This is the last thing I expected.
All
three of us.
Buccaneers is just is something that
I don't know what I was thinking.
Yeah,
Me neither.
me neither.
I don't know why I picked.
You know what? I think you wrote it down wrong. I don't know.
I probably could have. I make mistakes. I'm only human.
You know what? If you watch both videos, go ahead and tell us if we're idiots.
Yeah.
But I'm chalking it up to Brandon's an idiot, and he wrote it down wrong, and we all picked the Bucks.
Yeah.
You know what? I need help. Go back and look. Defend me, because I could be wrong.
Yeah.
All right. And then the Rams, Lions, all of us have Matt Stafford losing in Detroit. He's used to it.
Yeah, Detroit.
He's used to losing in Detroit, isn't he?
Yeah. I'm picking Detroit.
Yep.
Their offense and
We're all
defense
sticking with
is
it.
solid.
Jets, Niners, I'm sticking with the Jets.
Why? You know how good that Niners team is.
Yeah.
I also know how good Aaron Rodgers is.
He's gonna be outmatched.
He's gonna get 3 or 4 snaps. Oh, I'm hurt.
No, that was last year.
That's your joke. That's your joke.
It was he played 4 snaps last year. Snap hut 1, hut 2, hut 3, Achilles.
Sure joke. But you know he's gonna be outmatched.
See,
Yeah.
I think Brees Hall's a hell of a running back. I think the defense matchup, I think Brock Purdy's outmatched
Really?
with that secondary. I think that secondary is better than the Niners receiving core.
They got more corners?
I think their corners are better than Debo.
And Brandon Ayuk?
Yes. I think Debo's better than Ayuk.
Well, I mean,
But they don't use Debo as a true receiver.
They still got a better tight end though.
They do have a better tight end. George Kittle, there's no denying that. And their running back is phenomenal.
Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah,
There's-
absolutely.
I just feel like there's too many people for them to guard.
I'm going to go with a proven MVP still in a 3-time MVP in Aaron Rodgers.
I
MVP, sir.
I get that.
Christian McCaffrey.
Christian McCaffrey, the guy who finally played a full season in the NFL last year. The guy who finally played a full season for the first time in his career. It's okay, bud.
Anyways,
Hey, you know what the awkward part is? He's played more games in San Fran than Deshaun Watson in Cleveland.
He was in a Super Bowl.
Honestly, I think Aaron Rodgers played more snaps than Deshaun Watson in Cleveland last year.
McCaffrey was. Oh,
Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl. What do you mean? You do know that, right?
what's going on?
Aaron Rodgers is a Super Bowl champion. Christian
Yeah.
McCaffrey is not.
Deep through more than Aaron Rodgers.
Did it? Name another team. Name another player from that Packers team. Go for it.
He was hurt last year.
Yeah. We're not talking about last year. We're talking about Super Bowls now. You brought this up. You want to talk MVPs and Super Bowls? Aaron Rodgers is the guy.
Yeah.
The only one that can outdo him is Patrick Mahomes.
That's fair.
That's currently in the NFL. Don't bring Super Bowls into it when you're talking about a guy who's never won one.
I'm out.
An entire team that hasn't won one in ages.
I'm out.
The Niners and the Cowboys are 2 teams that can't win Super Bowls past the 90s.
I'm glad you said past the 90s.
I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm doing. I know I'm insulting me too.
Mm-hmm. I'm loving it.
The facts are the facts.
I'm loving it.
I'm out. Please don't talk to me.
Shut up over there. Can't speak.
In fairness, I think the Jaguars have won more playoff games since their inception than the Cowboys have.
That's probably true.
And the Cowboys have won Super Bowls
But
since
your
then.
dynasty has 3 Super Bowls.
5.
5. I meant in the 90s. Even.
I was going to say.
I mean, even sooner than that. We ain't even. We sniffed one. Sniffed it. That's all we did.
All right. So we're all sticking with that. Everybody's sticking with that. Let's look at the Thursday night football game for next week. I do know we already all picked for that. Let me see. Where's my mouse? There it is. Okay, let's switch this over. All right. So we got Bills, Dolphins. Pops, you took the Bills. Me and Brandon took the Dolphins. I'm
Uh,
sticking with it.
I'm going with the Dolphins.
Switching the Dolphins.
Okay.
I know you had a lot of faith
And Josh Allen.
in Josh Allen, and it's really hard
But
to.
with Stephon Diggs leaving the Bills.
And that's the problem with me.
Yep.
And that's
For
what
me.
digs me. I don't understand
And they-
why
I
the
see
owner.
what you did there, and I love it.
I don't understand why the owner didn't keep
That's what digs
Stephon
me.
Diggs and maybe offered him a little more money than
Well,
what he
and they are-
wanted. And
So here's the thing. I think
I don't
Stephon Diggs.
understand that.
I think Stephon Diggs wanted to go to a team that is an actual Super Bowl contender. And I
Yeah.
think that he was done with the Bills because of all the heartbreak over the past few seasons. I mean, we've seen it
Yeah.
time and time again in the playoffs. Him down
Right.
on it, him standing out there just completely heartbroken when they lose to the Chiefs in the playoffs.
Yeah.
I mean, it's happened 3 times in a row. I mean, he has been very heartbroken, and I think that plays a big role in why he wanted out.
Yeah.
I think it has less to do with money and more to do with the heartbreak that goes with Buffalo right now and playing in Buffalo for Stephon Diggs himself. I think he put himself with a bunch of young guys, and I think he could definitely help them a
yeah.
lot. I do not think that I think he's the best receiver on the field for Houston, but I don't think he's the top target.
Texans.
No,
Yeah.
because you
Yeah.
already got 2 proven receivers, and he's a proven guy.
Yeah, but I think the big thing is the connection with CJ Stroud is already established
Yeah.
with the other two.
Yeah.
I think that Diggs he's still gonna perform.
Oh,
I think honestly, if I had to make a bold prediction, I'd say you're gonna have 2, maybe 3,000-yard receivers in Houston this year.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I gotta agree with you, Chuck, because once when Houston got Stephon Diggs,
that's
I'm agreeing with you because he can teach these guys everything he knows.
That already did stuff last year.
Yeah. Yeah.
That-
And I think the Texans might make it to the Super Bowl or the AFC Championship game.
They're definitely going to win their division.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the competition's real there.
The AFC Championship game is going to be Kansas City Chiefs against the Houston Texans.
Don't count the Bengals out just yet. As long as Joe Burrow stays healthy, the Bengals have a very good shot.
Oh yeah. Oh
they
yeah.
always do.
Yeah. Joe Burrow
But
and company. Yeah.
3,000-yard receivers.
Mhm.
That sounds like an MVP season. Are you sure you want to say that?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Ooh, okay. I mean, I'm not doubting you. It sounds likely if he's still on fire from last year.
I'd say
I can see that.
I would predict this, guys.
I mean, it's a bold prediction,
Don't get me
but if you really look
Very
at it,
bold.
it is very possible.
I hate to say
yeah.
I hate to say this. I love my Brownies, but my second team would be the Houston Texans.
I think a lot of us we all have a soft spot for Houston, and I think it's the underdog story. The underdog story of being the worst team in the league, and then coming out and being a playoff team and win your division and doing things.
Yeah, just in that year.
Just watching that underdog story, I don't care who you are, I don't care who you're a fan of. At the end of the day, it's fun to watch.
100%.
Can we all give a clap or something to D'Amico Ryans?
Oh my goodness. Hell yeah. Let's go.
Yes.
D'Amico Ryans came into the league and just took it by storm. He came in to that head coaching role. He got those players there, and my goodness, all of them look good.
Great job, coach.
All of his
great
picks.
job.
Everything from Stingley to CJ Stroud.
And that defense. And that defense, stingy defense too.
Yeah.
I mean, it was really good. A hands to you, coach.
Yep.
Good job.
Now, I said I was going to bring up the Broncos again.
Oh, God.
If there's a team in the league that you think could go 0-17, what team is that?
The Browns.
It's the Broncos.
They already did it.
They didn't go 0-17.
They went 0-16.
Yeah, it's a big difference. So did the Lions. And Pops, that's exactly what I'm bringing up.
I love you. I'm sorry. I love you. Not even the Jags have done that.
All right. So here we go. The Broncos could potentially go 0-17 this year. We all know this. They kind of suck. I'm not going to sugarcoat it.
Yeah.
Wow.
And Pyro, if you're watching this, that's for you. Your Broncos suck.
Wow.
Wow. Joel, get him.
Yeah.
Come get your man.
That being said, there's been 2 teams in NFL history that have went winless in a season. That being the Detroit Lions and the Cleveland Browns.
Mm-hmm.
But neither of them have the longest losing streak in NFL history. Can you tell me who does? And I'll give you have 2 options. I know the team that has that record after the merger. I also know the team that has that record from before the merger.
Houston Oilers.
Houston Oilers.
No. That's neither of them.
Really?
Really.
Yeah, it's the only team I remember.
I'll give you the pre-merger because it's not going to give away the after the merger, which is the one I really want. The Chicago Cardinals have the longest regular season losing streak, losing 29 consecutive games from 1942 through 1945. That is pre-merger. After the merger, there's another team, and it was their first 26 games.
So it's a different team,
Yes.
not the Chicago Cardinals.
This team started in 1976, and they lost their first 26 games. So, I mean, I think they had a winless season in there too, maybe 2 of them, but I know it wasn't 16-game season then.
$1976.
Yes. They do have Super Bowls.
Feel dumb.
Would you like another slight hint? All right, talk us through your thought process then. Otherwise, I'm going to fill the airtime and give you guys hints.
Sorry.
Let's not just be silent. Pops, what's your thought process? Take us through it.
I'm trying to think of teams that were in 76. Because Bears. Obviously not.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
What are you thinking? Talk to us. Pops, no silence. We don't like radio silence. It's terrible for us. If you're going to sit there being silent, I'm going to give you the next damn
All right,
hint.
the Phoenix Cardinals.
No.
Oh, okay. Phoenix Cardinals.
Thank you for the attempt, though. But the Chicago Cardinals, it's not the Cardinals or the Bears. Chicago Cardinals are the team that I mentioned earlier.
Yeah, but you said they franchised over.
This team just joined the league in 1976.
Lions?
No.
Man, I give up.
Okay, I do want to give you the next hint.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the next hint unless you start talking.
All right, next hint.
All right, they have won a recent Super Bowl. Recent as in the last 5 years.
Eagles?
Baltimore Ravens.
You want to tell me when the Eagles or the Ravens have won the Super Bowl in the last 5 years?
Nick Foles.
In the last 5 years, not last 10 years.
Oh, yeah, that was
Has it been that long?
Yes.
Chiefs.
No.
Oh, that's the only team I remember winning.
That's because they've won 3 of them. There's only 2 other teams.
I give up.
You ready for another hint?
Go ahead.
The hints that are going to give it away. I'm just going to hit you with both of them.
Give it
At the
away.
same time.
Give it.
I'm going to name 2 quarterbacks. The 2 quarterbacks that have played there.
Okay.
Recently. Tom Brady and Baker Mayfield.
Buccaneers.
It's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Really? They had a merger?
No, they joined in 1976.
Oh, joined. Okay.
Oh, 1976.
And when I said post-merger,
Yeah, it
I was talking the
Tampa
AFL
Bay.
and NFL merger.
It was
Oh.
Tampa Bay.
Okay.
That's right.
Post merger. I thought like team merger.
No, when I talk pre and post-merger, I'm talking about the AFL, NFL.
Oh,
See,
fuck.
That's when Testaverde.
I still wouldn't have gotten it, obviously, but
But
I thought-
that's my fun fact.
okay.
There are teams that are worse than the Cleveland Browns and the Detroit Lions. But the difference is, at least the Bucks got a Super Bowl. Yeah, you guys aren't supposed to get that silent. Honestly, I think the Browns might have the most championships of most teams. They're just, from the 1920s.
Pre-Super Bowl era. And that's
Damn.
not me talking shit. At least you guys have world championship trophies. We got dust in our trophy case.
Bro, you guys haven't even built a trophy case. Let's calm down.
Oh. We have a trophy case.
Probably dusted.
It has to be dusted.
No.
A lot.
Hey, bro, why would they even buy one? They don't got no trophies.
To fill it.
With what?
Nothing so far.
AFC South Championships? Because you got what? 4 of those?
We do have those. Have room for trophies.
It's a very small trophy room.
Even the Colts have a super. How the hell do we?
Because you guys didn't have Peyton Manning.
How'd they get so lucky? And now Texans get C.J. Stroud. What are we doing wrong?
Not retaining your good players.
Yeah.
That's
Not keeping your good players.
factual. Very, very fact. That is annoying too. By
Isn't
the
it though?
way.
Hey, bud, I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm about to really feel that pain here in the next couple of years. I have a feeling.
Yeah.
Not keeping Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, you'll keep Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
You'll pay the hell out of that, man.
I hope so.
guarantee it.
But then how are we going to pay the DBs?
Well, you're not.
So we got to get
You
rid of
can't
them.
pay both of
We're
them.
going to get Jalen Ramsey.
You're not going to pay both Bland and Diggs.
Ooh, Jalen Ramsey.
I know. I know you're not going to pay both Bland and Diggs.
Not after you pay Parsons. You can't.
No. You could barely pay anyone else after you're going to be paying him.
And do you pay Dak?
No.
No.
No, the true, if he does not
Here's the hard part.
make it if he doesn't make it to the Super Bowl, no.
Here's the hard part as well, though. I mean, when you look statistically, and the game of football is a game of analytics.
Yeah.
There's a lot of analytics.
Yeah.
And when you break down the analytics and you look at Dak Prescott's regular season statistics,
He's great.
there's only one better. And it's not by much. It's literally a fraction better.
Yeah.
And it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
No,
So statistically, it's kind of hard to veer away from a guy like that. Now, I don't trust his time management in the playoffs,
Right.
but his talent at that
It's
position,
there.
especially in the regular season, it's very dominant.
Oh, yeah, it's there.
That 100% agree with you. But when you think of the Cowboys, how many times have you heard that joke?
Which joke?
That you guys always come up short.
It's not a joke when it's true, unfortunately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But how many times can you do that and not move on, though? Because you're right there.
There's
You're
this
right
thing.
there.
There's this guy. All right. There's this guy who is loyal to a fault, and he's loyal to certain people that he shouldn't be loyal to.
Okay.
His name's Jerry Jones.
Oh, God.
And when he finally gets rid of people like Jason Garrett, they go on to lead the worst offense in the league. But they're an offensive-minded coach.
Mhm.
Something about that. Why was he there that long? Why did he spend 9 years at head coach for Dallas? Because he was Troy Aikman's backup.
Right.
He had rapport.
Yeah.
Why did you allow that to waste Tony Romo's talent? Because you're an ignorant son of a bitch.
Yeah. Absolutely,
The
100%.
Dallas Cowboys will not win a Super Bowl as long as Jerry Jones is sitting in that front office.
Are you calling for his job?
Hey,
I've been saying this for the last 5 years.
can I say this? You're wrong.
How?
Jerry Jones has won Super Bowls.
We will not. Okay. want me to-
Roger Staubach.
You want me to rephrase my statement? because I can. The Dallas Cowboys will not win a sixth Super Bowl ring as long as Jerry Jones is in that front office. Is that what you want? How you want me to word it? Because I'll word it that way. The Dallas Cowboys will not win another Super Bowl in any of these eras coming up in our future as long as Jerry Jones is sitting there. Because Jerry Jones is a micromanager.
Who's going to take his spot?
Unfortunately, it's probably going to be his son, and his son, I hope to God, decides that he doesn't want to be just like daddy. Microman. Your owner should never be on the sideline of a football field.
No, absolutely 100%.
No.
Never. He should be up there watching it.
Enjoying himself.
Yep.
Being a billionaire and enjoying his life, watching the game of football, eating caviar and fancy foods, and sipping on champagne and fancy drinks, and just living a good life. Not
Is that what you want to do? Because you're surely acting like you want that, and
Hell
you're
yeah, I
talking
do.
about it.
Who wouldn't?
Who the hell doesn't?
Who the hell
Hey,
wouldn't?
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones has done the draft from his yacht.
That's facts.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Wouldn't it?
But
I'd rather watch the football game on my 180-inch TV through my Wi-Fi on my yacht. That sounds like the life for me.
unfortunately, that's not their only job.
It can be. Hire a good GM.
Yes, sir.
But they got to handle financials and
Hire a good GM.
well, then you got to tell that GM what you want.
One time. You got to tell him one time.
They don't handle financials and all.
Jerry Jones has been in this league for 50 years. If he doesn't have a good hold on that and know how to teach somebody to take over for him, what the hell's he been doing for 50 years? The problem is he's been poking his finger and stirring his head around where it doesn't belong.
Well,
Hey,
obviously
man.
he's not doing it right then.
Anymore. I mean, he did it right once. Back when the league, all you needed was one hell of a running back, a good quarterback, and a great receiver. And that's all you needed to win a championship. And yet, look at the Dallas Cowboys still trying to run off that same formula in 2023. Unreal.
Yep.
Did you say 23?
Yes, last year. Now we're starting to get away from it. We have multiple running backs now.
Oh, okay.
In 2023, we tried to make Tony Pollard, Emmitt Smith. We tried to make Dak Prescott, Troy Aikman, and we tried to make CeeDee Lamb. Like, you get what I'm saying?
Michael Irvin.
Yeah. You see what I'm getting at? We literally tried to remake that team for the last 30 years. It's a different league. It's a different formula.
Mm-hmm.
Own it. Adapt. Change. Stop living in the past.
Yep. I agree 100%.
For some people, that's hard to do.
Yeah, Brandon. But that's all I got. I'm done.
Me too. I'm done.
You're done venting?
Yes, I think so.
I'm done.
All right, Pop, send it out.
Yep.
Thank you, folks, for Garage Sports Ohio.
We love you all.
We love you. Send us more questions.
We like questions. And I really like it when Pops has to answer questions because sometimes it's hilarious. Sometimes, not always. Sometimes he's boring. But for the most part, it's funny. I promise.
Yeah.
I mean, just laugh at our idiocies. It's great. We love you.
We love you. See ya.
Mostly, I love Brandon.
Love
I
you,
love you
fans.
too.
Love you.